Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is just a regular Tuesday, but my heart is absolutely in pieces after that episode. I am literally shaking at my keyboard right now, and I just need to vent to people who actually get it. Grab a coffee, because we have a lot to unpack. I cannot believe they went there. I am sitting here staring at a blank screen trying to process what I just watched, and my jaw is still permanently glued to the floor. Nikki Newman, the absolute matriarch of this show, the Queen of Genoa City, lying there unconscious with an empty pill bottle. Are you kidding me right now? I'm typing this up at 2 a.m. because I just cannot sleep after that cliffhanger. I am an emotional wreck, and I know I am not the only one. We all knew Nikki was struggling, we all saw the signs, but to actually see her take that massive dose of strong sedatives, it broke me. It completely and utterly broke me. And we need to talk about that final scene right this second before I explode. Victor walking into that massive, silent bedroom. The sheer, deafening silence in the Newman ranch was suffocating. He sees the note first. And you just know, you absolutely know as a long-time viewer, when Victor's posture changes like that, when his shoulders drop, and that panic flashes in his eyes, something catastrophic has happened. He reads the letter, and the camera pans down to Nikki. Unconscious. Lifeless on the bed. I was screaming at my TV. Call 911, Victor. Do something. Don't just stand there. It was the most harrowing minute of television this show has produced in years. Because the contents of that suicide note? Oh my God, pass the tissues right now. Nikki actually wrote that she felt like a burden. A burden. This is Nikki Reed Newman we are talking about. The woman who has survived cults, cult leaders, decades of alcoholism, Diane Jenkins' endless drama, and being shot. But this permanent blindness diagnosis, it was the one thing that finally broke her. It completely shattered her spirit. She wrote that she was exhausted, that she was just so tired of fighting the darkness, and you could feel every single ounce of that exhaustion in her performance lately. She truly believed that Victor and her children would be better off without having to care for a blind, helpless woman. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take a breath. Okay, back to the point. Let's look at how we even got to this horrific tragedy. Nikki has been spiraling for weeks. Ever since the doctor delivered that crushing news that her vision loss was permanent and irreversible, we've watched her sink into this incredibly dark, suffocating depression. I've been watching since 2015, and honestly, this is the most heartbreaking storyline they've ever given her. It's so raw. It's so real. But did Josh Griffith and the writers have to push her to the absolute brink of suicide? I mean, I love the drama, but my heart can only take so much pain. I mean, think about what her life has become recently. Nikki is a woman who thrives on control, on her flawless image, on her powerful position at Newman Enterprises. To have all of that stripped away, to be plunged into total, inescapable darkness, it's a psychological torture chamber for someone like her. She feels completely useless. She feels like she's just a prop sitting in that giant house while the world moves on without her. Her daily life was turned upside down, and she isolated herself from everyone. She pushed Victoria away, she pushed Nick away, and she built a massive wall between herself and Victor. And let's talk about Victor for a second, because I have opinions. I love the mustache, I really do, but he has been so utterly blind to his own wife's suffering. He was so obsessed with getting Newman Enterprises back from Phyllis, so obsessed with controlling Matt Clark, and so consumed by his endless, petty war with Jack Abbott that he completely missed the glaring warning signs. His wife was literally dying inside, drowning in her own despair, and he was too busy playing corporate chess to notice. Now he finds her practically lifeless on the bed. The guilt is going to eat him alive, and honestly, he deserves it. He deserves to feel that sheer terror of losing the love of his life because he took her resilience for granted. So now we are staring down the barrel of this massive standalone episode coming up next Tuesday. And I know some people are loving this deep psychological dive, but personally, I am terrified. A whole episode dedicated entirely to Nikki's mental breakdown? It's going to be an Emmy-winning reel for Melody Thomas Scott, no doubt about it, but it is going to be so hard to watch. We are going to see exactly what pushed her to take those pills. We're going to see the world through her terrifying, sightless perspective. The claustrophobia. The absolute despair of feeling like your life is over while you are still breathing. I can just picture how they are going to film this Tuesday special. Lots of blurred camera angles, muffled audio, representing her isolation. We are going to see her grappling with the ghosts of her past, maybe hallucinating her past failures, or the time she felt helpless before. Remember when they tried a standalone psychological episode with Sharon years ago when she was dealing with her bipolar disorder? Yeah, that was a mixed bag, but this feels earned. Nikki has been battling MS for years. Her body has been betraying her piece by piece, and the blindness was just the final, fatal blow to her sanity. I am stocking up on wine and tissues for Tuesday because we are going to need them. But wait, there is a silver lining coming, and it is the only thing keeping me from throwing my remote through the television screen right now. The spoilers are explicitly saying that Tuesday's horrific, depressing standalone episode is going to lead straight into a massive, shocking twist on Wednesday. Her vision is going to start returning. I repeat, her vision is coming back. Thank the soap opera gods. I literally could not handle a permanent blind Nikki storyline. It's too depressing, it limits her character too much, and we need our fierce matriarch back in action. How is it going to happen? I don't even care if it's medically inaccurate. I mean, it's a soap opera. Maybe the massive dose of strong sedatives somehow triggered a reset in her nervous system? Or maybe the extreme physical trauma of nearly dying shocked her optic nerve back into action. Whatever the ridiculous soap science is, I am here for it. I will accept any absurd medical explanation if it means Nikki Newman gets her sight back. We need Nikki back in fighting form. We need her glaring at Diane Jenkins across the GCAC dining room, not trapped in a dark bedroom wanting to die. Let's go back to Victor finding her, because that is the catalyst for everything that happens next. The sheer panic in Eric Braden's performance is going to be legendary. Victor is a man who can buy anything, control anyone, destroy any enemy in the corporate world. But he cannot buy his wife's will to live. Watching him desperately fight to save her, screaming for the paramedics, holding her limp body. It's going to break the internet. This event is going to push Victor into a desperate, frantic battle to save his wife and to finally, truly understand the deep-rooted causes of her depression. He is going to realize that his controlling nature contributed to her feeling trapped. And imagine the kids' reactions. Victoria has been so worried about her mother, constantly pressing her to get help and face her diagnosis. And now this? Victoria is going to lose her mind with guilt, thinking she should have done more. And Nick. Poor Nick is already spiraling out of control with his own fentanyl addiction in Las Vegas, trapped in Matt Clark's psychotic, twisted games. If Nick gets the news that his mother tried to commit suicide while he was off getting high and getting kidnapped by a psychopath, the guilt is going to absolutely destroy him. It might be the rock bottom he needs to finally get clean, or it might push him completely over the edge into a fatal overdose. The timing of Nikki's suicide attempt is just a catastrophic ripple effect for the entire Newman family. But once Nikki wakes up in that hospital bed, once that miracle happens and the blurry shadows start to form into shapes and she sees Victor's face again. Oh, the tears. The tears are going to be flowing both on screen and in my living room. They are going to have a massive, raw, painful discussion about their marriage. Because this suicide attempt wasn't just about the blindness. It was about the pressure. It was about Victor's suffocating need to control everything and everyone around him, making Nikki feel like a pawn in her own life. I've been watching this epic love story for decades. Victor and Nikki are the absolute definition of toxic soulmate. They tear each other apart, they lie, they scheme, but they cannot survive without each other. This brutal brush with death is going to force Victor to drop all the corporate warfare. Forget Phyllis. Forget Jack Abbott, who is currently on life support fighting for his own life while Diane wrestles a psycho doctor. Forget Jabot. Victor is going to drop to his knees and beg for forgiveness for missing the sign. And the spoilers say They are going to finally agree on a new, positive chapter of love and understanding. And honestly, it is about damn time they found some peace. Am I the only one who feels completely drained by this show lately? In a good way, I mean. The stakes are just so incredibly high right now. Between Jack being on life support, Billy losing his absolute mind and declaring war at Chancellor, Nick being held hostage by Matt, and now Nikki's devastating suicide attempt. The writers are not holding back one bit. It is non-stop adrenaline and heartbreak. I just need Nikki to pull through this dark night of the soul. I need her to wake up, see the light, and take her rightful place back on the Newman throne. We cannot lose our queen to despair. Okay, I need to go drink some water and calm down before Tuesday's standalone episode wrecks me completely. Let me know in the comments if you are hyperventilating as much as I am, because I seriously need a support group to get through this week of The Young and the Restless. See you guys in the next video.